Welcome back to the garage here at Basin Motorsports. I'm Canaan, and today I'm going to show you how to clean and recondition one of your car leather seats. Now, the specimen we're going to be working on today is from a 2004 Chevy Corvette. It's black leather. You can see down in the seat area, you've got some kind of distressed lines, etc. Those are the things we're really going to try and get rid of, but we want to make sure it's clean before we go. Now, in order to clean your leather seat, you can definitely use a dedicated leather cleaner. Now, if you don't have that available, you can just go ahead and use some dish soap. Now, the thing you're going to look for on this is you want to make sure that it does not contain petroleum products and it does not contain anything related to bleach. Bleach and or petroleum products can dehydrate your leather, which is the opposite of what we want to do, and it can also bleach it and cause it to kind of look, let's say white or degrade the leather. Go for something else that does not contain bleach, and when you mix it, you're going to mix it with distilled water in 5 parts and 1 part in your soap. Now, in order to clean our seat, what we're going to use is just our soapy solution here. I've just got a detail brush. It's medium head size, and all you have to do with this is just we're going to kind of brush it on in a circular pattern just to make sure it's clean. Now, it's got good soap to it. And I'm going to move panel by panel. That way I don't make sure I don't miss anything along the way. And with this, you don't want to let it sit too long, and you want to make sure that it's got more suds than liquid. If you have perforated seats, you want to make sure that it's not going to soak into the foam. That way your seat is not going to hold a lot of moisture. But a nice, good texture like this is perfect. It's going to pull all of that dirt and grime out of the seat. And once we have a good application, we're then going to take a microfiber towel and just wipe off the soap. And there's one panel. You can already see the kind of the dirt coming off there of the seat. Now I just need to do all the other pieces here and get that dried. Now, once you have everything cleaned, if you find anything that needs a little bit extra cleaning, you can go ahead and clean it a second time with the soap and water, or the suds, or you can go ahead and use something like a steam cleaner. Now, this is ready to go. We just want to make sure that we get a little bit of application to it. And once we have steamed it, we can then just go ahead and use a clean microfiber towel. And again, go ahead and clean it here. Now, this doesn't use suds. It's using more of heat to clean with. But if you find you have some tricky areas that maybe have some built up soil, you can go ahead and use that. And then once you're done there, you can go ahead and let it dry. Now, letting it dry is up to you how you're going to do it. Now, you can go ahead and leave it to air dry. That may take a couple hours. It may take less than that, depending on what the environment is. If you need to get a little bit faster, you can go ahead and use a hairdryer or a heat gun. Just remember, just be careful with the amount of heat. Just keep the flame or the open end of the heat gun or hairdryer away from the surface. That way, you're just giving a little bit of heat to evaporate off the water. That way, you won't damage the leather or the vinyl. Once you have this done, it's time to move on to using the reconditioning balm from Dr. Tulz. Now, in order to recondition our black leather seat, we're going to go ahead and use a kit from Dr. Tulz. Now, this comes with the reconditioning balm, comes with a brush for application, it comes with a circular or round foam applicator in order to kind of brush it in or smooth it out. It comes with a pair of gloves for your hands, and then at the end, it comes with a nice holder here that you can put on your hand and then scrub it to make sure that it's nicely dressed in and clean. Okay, so the first step of the process, before I get started, I'm going to go ahead and I put a tape line down here so that I can give you a left to right comparison of a before and a after. Now, the first thing you want to do is you want to take your reconditioning balm. You're going to take the plastic lid off, and then you're going to cut open into the balm itself. Take your brush, dip it in there, and then you're just going to apply a coating of the balm to your leather. Easy to do. You just kind of dip it in, paint it on, and then you're going to let this sit. Once you have everything completed, let it sit for 10 minutes. And then we're going to come back with our round applicator and make sure it's well spread. Once we have all of our reconditioning balm applied, next we're going to take our round applicator. We're going to use a circular pattern just to rub in all of our conditioning balm. And the point of this is to make sure that we have even application across all surfaces. All right, once we've used our round applicator to make sure that we have good penetration of the reconditioning balm into the seat, I'll go ahead and let this sit a couple more minutes. And then once I am done there, I'm going to go ahead and run just a simple blue shop towel. This is a lint-free shop towel here across there. I want to make sure I take off every bit of excess that has not been soaked into the leather. Take that off with your towel, just something simple like this. And this is disposable and easy to get rid of. One thing to note also is that anytime you have embroidering or anything that is not black, such as the red Z06 stitching, I want to make sure I keep the reconditioning balm away from touching that. It will turn it black also because it is going to match the leather. So go ahead and put some tape over it if you need to, or just give yourself just a little bit of space. That way you don't get that into your red stitching. Otherwise, you'll be fine. To go ahead and avoid your plastics also, but you can start to see a left to right how nice and lush and shiny that is. So let's go ahead and get this cleaned off, and then we're going to give it a buff with our last piece that comes in the kit from Dr. Tulz. All right, so the last piece of the process now is going to be to use our buffing pad. I have all the excess removed with our blue shop towel. Go ahead and use our buffing pad. Again, use a circular motion and just go over it to make sure we're going to kind of polish the surface, same as you would with a nice clean car. Go ahead and polish the surface up. This is going to help with shine. All right, let's go ahead. Now that everything's buffed, we're going to go ahead and reveal the finished product. We're going to take the tape off, and then I'll kind of show you the clean line between the right-hand side, which is the completed reconditioning, the left-hand side, which is the before, that I still need to do. So there's a good side-by-side. You can see after the tape is removed, right-hand side is done. Nice, shiny, reconditioned. Going all the way through the seat, up the back, and up to the top. You kind of see I just gave a little bit of room around the Z06. That way I make sure I do not get any of the reconditioning balm into the red stitching. But look at that. How nice is that? Nice distinction all the way down. Now I just need to do the other side of the seat, and then I'll show you the finished product. So here's the finished product of the seat. Now this is both sides obviously done. Everything's good. Everything's wiped down, polished. You can see there the distressed marks in the leather are gone. They're kind of whited out there from use. Now they're back to a nice black, nice consistency otherwise. Now I just need to do the passenger seat. Now I did put links down in the video description to all the tools I used, between the steamer, the brushes, anything else, and especially down to the Dr. Tulz reconditioning balm kit there. If you guys have any questions on this process or any comments, you can leave them down below in the comment box. Otherwise, thanks for stopping by here at Basin Motorsports. We'll see you next time.